Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. Our planet is full of surprising creatures, some with distinctive features and gigantic sizes, others with their magical alien looks. Hang on to know about the most shocking creatures that surprised even the scientists. Sea serpent. A lady discovered some bizarre carcass on the coast while taking kids on an educational trip off the island shores that literally seemed from the parallel universe. Spectators started calling it a sea serpent, but that actually was a deep sea monster, a long oarfish that spanned the length of about 3 people, was found dead fish with a belly full of planktons. The beast weighed from 150 to 200 pounds and might be 24 feet long when it was alive, but it was about 15 feet when it washed ashore. According to researchers, its 9-foot tail was severed from its body, as oarfish are known to shed weight and save energy by severing their tails to escape predators. Japanese spider crab. Although not the heaviest, but the largest known arthropod found at the depths of 600 feet, say hello to the Japanese spider crab. At first glance, it looks like a pile of hundreds of ancient monsters crawling over one another. However, it is not as it seems. These dozens of crabs are gathering here to get rid of their older shell, just like someone takes his shirt off. They do so to grow up. Their body is covered with a thorny protective exoskeleton, with 10 giant legs having small spikes called tubercles and span wider than 2 fully grown men. These creepy creatures are limited to the Pacific side of the Japanese islands, where they often inhabit the sandy and rocky bottom of the continental shelf and slope. Finger monkey. There is no doubt that miniature-sized things always gain the most attention. And what if these adorably cute miniature-sized things are actual living animals? Sounds impossible to imagine. Let me introduce you to a teeny tiny monkey that weighs less than an apple. The finger monkey is the smallest species of monkey and one of the smallest primates in the world that grows no longer than 9 inches, including its tail. They are tiny enough to cling to your finger. Even though these pint-sized furballs are adorable, we cannot have them as pets because they are wild and make a lot of screeching sounds and even throw feces when angry. Goblin shark. Just when you think the most terrifying fish to encounter is a great white shark, we introduce you to a living fossil. The rare deep-sea goblin shark, with a lineage dating back about 125 million years old, is a pink-skinned monster with a flabby body and small fins that suggest it is sluggish in nature. The terrifying creature has an elongated shovel-like snout covered with special sensing organs that help it to sense electric fields in deep waters. Its creepy jaws contain nail-like teeth that it quickly projects upon its prey. Fortunately, divers don't come in contact with them often, as they live in depths of up to 3,300 feet. Barrel-eye fish. Found in the ocean's twilight zone at depths of the Indian, Pacific, and Atlantic waters, here is another shocking creature from the ocean. The barrelfish, also known as spookfish because of its weird green glowing tubular eyes protruding from its head. These eyes generally gaze upwards to detect the silhouettes of available prey, and can also be directed toward allowing it to sense predators. Even stranger about this fish is its fluid-filled, transparent, dome-shaped head of soft tissues that work with its telescoping eyes to filter out sunlight, which basically works as sunglasses. This bizarre fish is very rarely spotted, and marine scientists could only encounter the fish 9 times. Magnapenna squid. This bacteriophage-like creature puzzled everyone when the footage was released to the public in 2008. Shell Company claimed that they recorded the figure hanging around on one of their oil platforms. It was eventually identified as a long-legged sea creature called the Magnapenna squid, which is a group of rarely seen cephalopods with a distinctive morphology. But no one is sure about the theories put forward after the discovery of this creature. Even to this date, Many insist that it could be evidence of alien life. People's reaction to this video is thought-provoking, as many of them believe that it might be related to an octopus or jellyfish. Red-lipped fish. If you are one of those people who always think fish would be preferable with just a little bit of lipstick, well, you are lucky, because it turns out evolution also felt the same way, which is why it decided to bestow one batfish with a nice red lip. A team of sea divers was charmed after they recorded some unusual clips of a strange fish. The red-lipped batfish is a rare fish with many unique evolutionary adaptations, not only for its physical features, but it is also able to walk, as this fish's body is modified to the point that it can rest on the seafloor and can move as well. Believe it or not, this fish really exists and can walk all the way in the sea. Sarcastic fringehead fish. It has an awesome name with an attitude to match. The sarcastic fringehead is a big-mouthed, bulshy blenny that lives in the temperate coastal waters of California. These strange fish hang out in the ocean floor dens, which can be burrows, empty shells, or even discarded plastic bottles. The male defends its territories from other fringeheads by dropping caustic one-liners. Riled individuals actually face off by slamming their huge open mouths together. Laterally splayed jaw bones and sail-like cheek membranes reveal a purple tongue, a double row of teeth, and a fluorescent yellow mouth rim. It is basically a "who's got the biggest mouth" competition, where the victor bags the best den and wins a chance to mate. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Take a look at this terrifying creature. This corpse of a giant toothed sperm whale washed up on the South African coast about 8 years ago. The elongated jaws with large 36 conical teeth were scary enough to create a great terror among beachgoers. People from all around the town gathered to take pictures of this large sperm whale, so authorities quickly moved the body to the research center to learn more about it. But kudos to this brave lady who somehow managed to stand in between the lethal mandibles to take pictures. Leafy sea dragon. A weird seaweed floating was found in the waters of South and East Australia. The leafy dragon is a perfect name for it. Apparently, it looks like simple leafy tangles, but it is actually alive, and its discovery is proof that the ocean still holds many secrets. The only way to identify it is to look for its eyes, long tubular snout, and fins on its neck and back. The most interesting part is the way of its movement for food. Its coloration and leafy appendages give it an excellent camouflage on kelp-covered rocky reefs. Like other seahorses, the male takes care of the eggs until they are born. This creature was declared critically endangered, as a lot of Australian divers started looking for it to keep it as a pet. Mexican burrowing toad. Whenever it rains, it brings frogs and toads, but this toad seems from another planet by its hilarious sound like a vehicle running in a video game. This Mexican burrowing toad is found from Texas to Mexico. It is 1 to 2.75 inches in length with a round, flat body, short, stubby legs, and a small, pointed head. It is brown with a yellow to reddish-orange stripe down its back and has horny spades on its hind feet that it uses for digging its burrow. It is nocturnal and eats insects, especially termites. When frightened, it blows up its body like a balloon. It spends most of its time in its underground burrow and usually only comes out after it rains. See you next time!